So here's a question, a puzzler this morning. How do you define what makes a beer a beer? Is it the ingredients, the smell, the taste? The definition of beer is actually federally regulated, and Ottawa is now looking into changing that definition. Scott is here to tell us more.
Indeed, Heather, this is no small beer, as a lot of people in the UK like to say, but this could be the first big overhaul in what goes into the definition of beer by Ottawa in the last 30 years, and just the very definition and nature of what makes a beer. So these are some of the changes that we could be expecting from new federal guidelines mandating what it is that goes into beer, a lot of people's favorite drink. But stricter labeling rules is amongst them, listing all the ingredients that goes into beer, similar to what we see with food labeling. There's over 1.5 million Canadians with food allergies, so consumers can better educate themselves. Also, labeling a list of spices and ingredients within the labeling, what herbs a beer might be infused with, fruits, lavender, coriander, for example. And finally, how much sugar content is within a beer. There's a lot of sugar in beer, and a lot of people and diets want to know exactly what, and also could change the characteristics right now, because beer is subject to aroma, taste characteristics commonly associated with what goes into beer. So this could define everything, and according to the industry, it's good because it'll inform consumers as to what is in beer. But on the other hand, it could make it a little bit more expensive with all the craft breweries out there, about $5.5 million to make sure that they are properly labeling all their beer.
I mean, there are going to be some people who think, why mess with a good thing? You know how a Canadian beer is. Everyone loves Canadian beer.
Yes.
Why are they, I mean, good thoughts, but why make these changes now?
Much better, you could say, than American beer, but that's an open debate. But I certainly would favor that. One, that Canada simply is witnessing a renaissance of beer and ingredients. For example, there's over 7,000 beer brands now. Just 20 years ago, there was only 400. Right now, there's 750 brewers in Canada. Just about 20 years ago, there was only 62. So the definition is really getting wider as far as what goes into beer, and there's a lot of different beers out there now, Heather.
Huh. Interesting, Scott. Thank you.